Hey, how are you? How are you? How are you? Can you hear me? I feel as though you can't hear me because I had to change positions. But hey, how are you guys? How are you? It is 5 o'clock. I have trying to be consistent and coming on at 5 to bring to you some business tips because it's about that time, right? It's about that time. So let me know where you're watching from. This is a back and forth. I like to hear what's going on. Right? It's about that time. All right, I can hear myself. Let me know where you're watching from. Say hello, say hello. I just want to welcome you today to my time with you to talk to you about sustainable business solutions. My name is Dr. T.O.D. and I am your online professional and business coach, catering to women that are in the health and wellness field. And of course, you know that reaches the gamut. So a little bit about myself. I'm an optometrist. I've been in practice for over 22 years. So I believe that I have everything that you would imagine that I've been through to be able to sustain my business. And I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I've been in practice again for over 22 years. And I pride myself on being able to shift because I think that's important in this season and where you at. So I created Sustain Your Business Academy for women that are interested in either jumpstarting their career, transitioning to a different career in the health and wellness industry, or just wanting some tips and things of that nature that are related to you. So here at Sustain Your Business Academy, again, we provide sustainable solutions for your business because I want you to win. Winning in this season means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never giving up on you. So I had to change position, so I need to be sure that you can hear because I see myself being slow. Back and forth, I like to hear what's going on. Means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never giving up on you. So I had to change position, so I need to be sure that you can hear because I see myself being slow. Back and forth, I like to hear what's going on. Means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never giving up on you. All right, so hopefully. So I had to change position, so I need to be sure that you can hear. So hopefully this is all good. Yeah, I'm just hoping that this is all good. So basically today, what we are talking about is sustainable business solutions. And I'm talking to CEOs right now. I'm talking to those that are entrepreneurs that have started their own practice, started their own business, wanting to start their own business, and how they need to show up. Because I think at sometimes that we as CEOs, we fail to really show up. We fail to do what's best for our staff. And what we have been talking about before is monetizing your front desk and how you look to your staff. So are you a boss? The first thing I want to ask you, are you a boss or are you a leader? Because there are two differences there. A boss is somebody just gonna, that's a slave master, right? That's somebody else that puts it down and doesn't look anywhere else. They're rigid. They're not looking anywhere else. Versus being a leader as a CEO, are you uplifting your staff? Are you providing opportunities for growth, right? Are you doing those things? So how do you show up as a CEO? I had to make the shift from being probably about 10 years ago. I had to really shift from being a boss to a leader because sometimes we forget that our staff, they're important. That's why I've been so heavily focusing on monetizing your front desk because You have to lead. As an entrepreneur, I know we get tired, we get frustrated, but you can't be a slave master, especially as a small business or whatever, because you're going to go through 50 million people and not go anywhere. You're going to be stagnant. So it is important for you to understand the difference between being a boss versus a leader. A boss is just somebody that's not going to hear anything from their staff. They're just going to pound in, this is what you need to do every single day. I don't want to hear anything, and that's it. Well, if that's you, I hope that you're in business for 22 years. Okay. But as a leader, you do more. Just like the Bible says, you teach somebody to fish instead of, giving them the fish. You teach them because they're going to value that more than actually you just pounding into them. So that's my first tip. I want you to take a look at whether or not you're a boss versus a leader. So at Sustain Your Business Academy, we are having those discussions. We are having that. And I'm going to be posting up maybe a networking event coming up in the next 2 weeks, just to be able for women entrepreneurs to get together so that we can kind of develop each other, right? And then figure out what strategies and systems that you have used. But before you do that, you need to go and take the class on monetizing your front desk and the onboarding process here at Sustain Your Business Academy, because that will catapult you to where the next step is with the one-on-one coaching with me and the group coaching that we will be having in a couple of weeks. So I also wanted to let you know that every day of the week, there is going to be a specific topic. You see, I thought of this about 5 years ago, of creating a TV show. Who knew that Facebook was going to have a TV program? But I wanted it to be more so catered to, the women. Of course, we're kind of like the head of the household, but just to catering to that and building them up. So I want to let you know that you need to go to Med Is My Biz. It's a Facebook group of women entrepreneurs. Head on over to Med Is My Biz. And join that group. There you will find opportunities there as well. Then you need to sign up for a free membership at Sustain Your Business Academy. We are offering free 30-day membership right now. You click on that link that's going on below, and that will you'll be able to get more information and some tips and strategies each day, because each day we're going to be focusing on different things. So Monday, we're going to be talking about money and wealth. Tuesday is a little bit of girl chat, but it's about girl chat with a twist. How we are encouraging one another, how we are uplifting one another, and how we can engage one another in business, right? Supporting women-owned businesses and things of that nature. Then the next on that follows up to Wednesday. Wednesday is about wealth and wellness. And this is what we're talking about today, because I think sometimes we have to mentally take a break and figure out what type of boss we are, right? So that's the topic for today. Then Thursdays is always Thankful Thursdays. You might get a little bit of scripture from me, and then Fridays is something fun. And then usually Saturday, I just recap on what we're doing. And then Sunday, I need you to reflect and understand how your week went and what you can do differently. So that is how I will be doing it at Med Is My Biz. So I need you to join Med Is My Biz, because I may not show up on my personal page as much moving forward. Okay, because Med Is My Biz is where I will be posting most of the information, and you would need to sign up for Sustain Your Business Academy if you want more tips and strategies. Coming up, I will be having an amazing guest speaker next week. Next Tuesday, we'll be doing a little girl chat. And it, again, is just to uplift women that are in the health and wellness industry and to provide you with sustainable business solutions, because I think that it's important to be able to understand that Once you have developed a clear vision in mind as to what your business is about, then you now need steps on how to make sure that you have a sustained business. So if this is adding value to you, if you're excited about where, Dr. TOD is going, let me hear from you. What do you want to talk about? And do you feel as though today, are you that boss that is banging over the head, or you are a leader, or you are a developer? So the next thing that you need to do as a CEO, you need to figure out whether or not you're impersonal or whether or not you're compassionate. Okay. Because being an effective boss, you need to have a little bit of compassion. Most definitely. I fell into that trap long time ago because I said to myself, this is my business. This is what I'm about. I'm not going to do anything else. I developed this. I worked from the ground up. Can't nobody tell me anything. Wrong. You need to be able to have some compassion. So we talked about being what's the difference between being a boss versus a leader. Then you need to figure out how to be a little bit more compassionate. Then also a good CEO, a good boss takes away the I and change the word to we. I know it's your business. I know it's your practice. I know it's your office and it's your baby. Yes, they are working for you, but it is a we situation. Okay, it is a we situation. We need to do this. We need to make sure that the systems that were created, although you created them, they need to be able to understand that. That's what I'm talking about, monetizing your front desk. Because if they don't see that they have a vested value in your business, your front desk is not going to be good. So how are you showing up as a CEO? Are you showing up as a leader? Are you showing up compassionate? And do you have the we mentality versus the I? Then you need to also develop your staff. You need to create opportunities where if they have a weakness, that you are now training them to be a little bit stronger in the area of their weakness. Still create tasks based on their strengths, but develop them into somebody that may be able to take the lead. Okay. And so if this is adding value for you, go to Sustain Your Biz Academy, go to Med is My Biz. You will find an amazing group of women in there. We want you in there as well. If you're looking for other business opportunities, you're also looking for a platform for your voice to be heard, go to Med is My Biz. We can figure that out to try to get you on one of the series or talks that we will be having. And I really, really am passionate about, I've always been passionate about leading and teaching because I think it's so, so important. I would say that throughout my career, that's what I've been doing. I would get calls from my colleagues. I would get calls from just other people, hashing it out. What do you think this is? So we're going to also have something called the Ladies Lounge. And that's where we're going to be able to hash things out and be able to be creative in our own business. So look out for that, but it will only be posted in Med is My Biz. So you have to go there, and it will be posted in Sustain Your Business Academy. So if you're interested in joining the Ladies Lounge, you're going to have to be there. And I thought of the Ladies Lounge because I feel so that's the time when we primp, but our faces are exposed, because as we are putting on our makeup, as we're looking good, when you're up in the club, I haven't clubbed in a long while because I'm married, but when we're trying to do that, or even at church, you're in the ladies' lounge, you're greeting, you're respectful of one another, right? So I'm going to be creating a ladies' lounge, and that is where we'll be meeting monthly to just go over that. But that will be a part of the higher tier membership. So right now the membership is free. So join at the information is on there. I'll repost it in the link because I know sometimes on here it doesn't show, but you can go to the website and just is scrolling below, become a member. It's for health and wellness. If you're in health and wellness, mindfulness, beauty, whatever you might have, if you're in the medical field, this is the place for you, because I want to make sure that you win in this season. Winning meaning welcoming in the new you and investing in yourself and to never giving up on you. So how to show up as a CEO. Look at those two things. Are you a boss versus a leader? Are you impersonal versus compassionate? Are you an I versus a we person? And are you using people to get your better gain? Or are you developing people so that it can build up your business? Okay. And lastly, do you say go move like they're horse workers, like, you're mowing you're tilling the fields, right? Go. Or are you saying let's go? So let me explain why I'm giving you the difference between those two. One, my coaching style is based on the coaching style of an athletic coach. I have definitely changed and shifted my mindset to be able to develop my staff where it is let's go. I've also aligned myself with other organizations and other people that have that same mentality, right? So when it's time to get moving, we put our hands in, we say what we say, and we say, let's go. We're going to make it a better day. We're going to make sure that our patients and clients are going to be effectively treated. They're going to have an experience. So this is a type of coach that I am. If you're looking for that type of coach, again, head over to Med Is My Biz. Join us. It's an amazing group of women. If Med Is My Biz, if any of you are watching, shout me out on here. Say hello. If this is adding value as to thinking about what type of boss you are, you really need to do that. And we will be having a ladies' lounge where we will be focusing on what type of boss you are. And you'll be given a test to figure out what type of mindset you're in. So that way that you know who's compatible for you in your office and whether or not you need to shift your mindset to being a leader, a compassionate leader that's developing a team that's going to stay with you for the long haul. So being in practice for 22 years, understanding the mentality that you have to have, that coach mentality that you have to be able to move the needle forward, and being able to help your staff understand that, I think is key. So if this is adding value, press value on there. If you are watching the replay, press replay. If you are joining me today, let me see who you are, where you're calling from. Let's see, I'll tell you, I'm used to being in the office. Where are you calling from? Let me know where you're from, and if this is adding value to what type of CEO are you? Are you a leader? Are you compassionate? Or do you have the we mentality? Are you developing your staff? And are you saying, let's go, so that there's an experience in your office? Or are you the boss mentality? Or are you impersonal? Or do you just say I all the time? Do you use people to your advantage? And do you just tell people to go with no direction? Talk to me. I just really, really believe that it's highly important for you to shift to being the leader, a compassionate leader with the we mentality that's going to develop your staff to say, what? Let's go. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have that, and it's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with being a compassionate leader. Again, you're gonna have your issues, right? You're gonna have your moments, and the moments are gonna be like, I'm not a pushover, correct? But you still need to be able to be compassionate when it comes to your staff. when it comes to your staff. So if this is adding of any value to you, let me hear from you, and type on there, what kind of leader are you? Do you think that you say I more than you say we? Do you say go versus let's go? If you're a let's go type of a leader, type let's go. If you're a compassionate leader, compassionate CEO, type compassionate. If you have made the shift, maybe just recently from hearing some of the things that I've been talking about, as far as monetizing your front desk and having the ability to change your mindset or how you perceive your front desk to be, put that in the chat for me. And again, we're going to create some other opportunities for women to get together to let their voices be heard in this time. Go over to Sustain Your Business Academy, where, again, we will definitely have other classes and courses. Right now, it's a free 30-day trial. It's 30-day free. Just sign up. It won't hurt you, right? And go over to Med is My Biz. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. All right. So again, I'm your girl, Dr. T.O.D. I'm not going to be before you long, but I definitely wanted you to understand the importance of figuring out how to show up as a CEO and doing a comparative analysis of whether or not what type of boss you might be considered to being in. So we talked about boss versus leader. We talked about being impersonal or being compassionate. We talked about whether or not you say I all the time versus we. And we also talked about, do you use people or are you developing people? And do you say go versus let's go? So I want you to go over to Med is My Biz. Just go into that group. It's an incredible group of women. We're all walks of life and a man. I believe we have a couple of men in there, but it's all walks of life in there. And just join. It doesn't cost you to join anything right now. Sustain Your Business Academy is free membership at this time. You just click on that link and you'll have the free membership in there. But I look forward to hearing some more feedback from you, to letting me know what type of boss you might feel that you are. And this is your girl, Dr. T.O.D. I am your sustainable business coach because I want you to win in this season. Winning means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never give up on you. So take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thankful Thursday. I got a little spin for you. Check me out tomorrow at 5. Don't forget, I'll be coming on most of the time at 5. If not, maybe a little earlier or after. And then go on to Med is My Biz, because there you will find what each day the topics that we're going to be talking about. And I need you to be engaged on there. And I need you to be engaged with me too, because I want you to win. And I just think it's so important for entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, to understand their value and their worth. And we are like clay, and as the potter is molding us, right? We have an opportunity to, figure out things on a day-to-day basis. And when that potter doesn't feel like that's the right product, what do? They close it down and they start all over. So as an entrepreneur, as a woman in business, as a woman that's in health and wellness in that field, that's what I help you do. I help you to take a look at what you're doing, what you are creating, and figuring out how we can build that up to be a sustainable business. I think I'm an out-of-the-box thinker. I don't always go by standards and traditions. I really, really push the envelope. I ask the questions so that it can make you better and make your business better. So I look for you on the other side. Figuring out what type of boss or CEO you are is for you to think about that today. And thank you for listening. This is your girl, Dr. T.O.D. I'll see you on the other side. Be blessed.